day 3 here at CeMAT Australia, and I have the absolute privilege to meet with Marco from DLL. How are you today, Marco?
Doing good. Nice meeting you.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for your time, Marco, here today. Tell us more about DLL.
Actually, DLL is a global asset finance company, and we are specialized in automation technology. We are financing automation technology around the world in 25 countries, and we are doing that for a couple of years, especially also in Australia, which is a big market for us, so that's why we're here at CeMAT.
Wow, amazing. And just go into a bit more detail. What does that actually mean for our audience?
So we are working here with partners, with integrators, with suppliers, but also with end customers who are looking for investments in automation. And especially in these economic challenging times, it's important to support our customers, helping them on their journey to automate their supply chain.
Absolutely fantastic. In terms of what are you finding some of the trends that are coming through historically and what are you seeing today?
Yeah. Historically, I think the big companies automated and they were the front runners. But what we see nowadays is also that small and medium-sized customers and companies need to automate, not only because of labor cost, but especially about labor availability. This is the biggest challenge for most of the companies, having people on site. So automation is not anymore something they would consider. They need to consider it and need to do it.
Yeah, 100% agree. It's always been a challenge in Australia, expensive real estate, productivity. How do we make people more efficient in a way?
Absolutely. And of course, also the flexibility is key these days. Businesses are not that predictable anymore, so you don't know what's happening tomorrow or next year. We know all the geopolitical issues at the moment. So having scalability in their warehouses, scaling up, scaling down, depending on how the business is running, is very key for most of the customers. And therefore, investment through lease OPEX solutions can help customers to get that flexibility.
Yeah, and you made such a good point. It's always been that CapEx versus OPEX argument in most organizations. Can you share a bit more about some of those trends that you're seeing from a financial point of view?
Actually, yeah, the OPEX solution as we are offering becoming more prominent, and there are key different drivers for different companies. Can be balance sheet treatment, can be low cash out or no cash out solutions, can be that they have limited budgets and we are complementing the budgets they are having to invest in the automation they need rather than making concessions. So there are different drivers for OPEX solutions. Again, what I mentioned before, flexibility is one key driver. And we see that more and more that people are looking for OPEX solutions rather CAPEX, because actually CAPEX is quite expensive as well. Although interest rates are not coming down as we were expecting these days, but compared to equity, external financing is still cheaper than using your own cash and equity.
Yeah, 100% agree. In terms of then, for a company to work with yourselves at DLL, what would be how do you get started? What would be the couple of things that you'd want to call out so to get people prepared for this space?
We always say involve us as soon as possible into the project. We can help customers doing their business case right from the beginning. So as soon as they know what type of technology they're looking for and what would be more or less the investment amount, they can contact us, our local team here in Australia, and we can help them making the business case. So especially for the operations manager, the procurement managers, rather going to their CFO asking for 10 million of investment, it's maybe easier to ask for 15,000 a month, so they can easily relate it to the savings they're having through the automation. So it's a total different business case. So we always say to our partners here, to our integrators and providers, involve us as soon as possible, and then we can help you succeeding on your project.
Yeah, you make an absolute fantastic point. Certainly it's always been my challenge is trying to get a CFO signing off on anything. So to your point, 15,000 is a lot more palatable than 15, 20, 25 million.
Absolutely. And again, it's a different internal sale. There are people competing for budgets. It's not only automation, it's IT investments, marketing expenses. So especially if you're fighting for budgets, an OPEX solution can definitely help. And we have some companies over in Europe, they have only OPEX budgets available. There is no CAPEX budget available anymore. In the automotive space, quite challenging at the moment. So they can spend OPEX, but they don't have CAPEX available. And so, but on the other hand, they need the automation. So the only way is OPEX.
Wow, what an amazing point that you make. So certainly for anyone listening who has that interesting, healthy debate with their CFOs, this is definitely a solution.
Yeah. No, and we can be the linking pin between the operations side and the finance side, and because the drivers for the operational side, of course, are sometimes different than from the CFO side. So we can be the moderator between the two areas to helping the operations manager to succeed on their project.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And just to elaborate, we're here at CeMAT. How are you finding CeMAT? It's start of day 3. How you found the last 2 days?
No, it was good. We have good traffic here on our booth. We got a lot of solid discussions with our suppliers, with end users and customers. So it was a great show so far. Yeah, and comparing it, we also participating and joining other trade shows around the world in the US, in Germany. So this one is really good for us, and we want to show our commitment to the automation and intralogistics market and our specialization in this segment. So this is a must-have for us as well every year.
Absolutely fantastic. And we had managed to walk around and check out the booths. Have you seen anything exciting? It's really like, wow, that's pretty impressive to see here.
I think from this perspective there isn't any very new technology. There are of course certain things which are advanced or enhanced, but there is not the eye-opening new technology this year actually. Yeah? We see some of the new suppliers every year here and there, but that wasn't any eye-opening new technology, at least from my side. I'm not the 100% expert on the technology side, but nothing which comes to mind.
Thank you so much for sharing. I know you're about to jump on stage now. Is there anything that you can share with the audience who won't see your speech and what you can share with us?
Yeah, reach out to our local team here. We're at DLL, we are part of Rabobank. And again, if you're looking for a structured OPEX solution to helping your investment in automation, come and see us here on the booth today or later on in our office here in Sydney.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Marco. I won't hold you up any longer. On behalf of Import Export Television, thank you so much for your time. Wish you the rest of the day.
Thanks for having me.